Shalom, Israel, and Brother Asher. Then doing a quick little video on people committing idolatry and spiritual fornication without even realizing it. Most people in Israel, they commit idolatry and they don't even know it. They may be thinking, oh, it's just a habit. Oh, just nursing I do. I mean, not that bad. I spend all day on it. I mean, I can just do the truth later on. You commit idolatry doing that. And you're putting the truth on hold for the things of the world and commit, like, you're putting the truth on hold for the things of the world and things of this life and not stopping it immediately for the Lord's sake. Then you're going off. You're committing idolatry. Of course, I say, call Allah Yahweh, Bashim, Mashak Malak Shah, supposed to praise our glorification to Yahweh. With all my spirit being, heaven and earth, faithful things are written. We will last, will sing and fill, last to the end. Mashim, Mashak Malak Shah, became my Savior, to high priest of my Chazar, my beloved. When true and righteous, beloved Father, of course. When the governing Father, when the mighty God, when the Prince of righteousness and peace, when the Barakah Yahweh, when the Shah, Barakah Shah, Hallelujah, 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 and Amen. Of course, I get into it. Let me get it first. Let's get into Jeremiah. Letter of Jeremiah. Let's get in the letter of Jeremiah or Baruch chapter 6. Yeah, it's either letter of Jeremiah or Baruch chapter 6. Either one. But, like, we get it real quick. Letter of Jeremiah chapter 1, verse. Let's start at verse 4. Letter of Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood, borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. So those gods are the things of this world, the things of this life. It could be clothing, could be the new pair of shoes that came out. It could be that car you always wanted. It could be that woman and next door just moved in. He's looking fine, beautiful. It could be anything. It could be the new game that came out. It could be anything really. Anything in this wicked land that you live in, that you find enticing, that you find wanting and desiring, that's an idol. That's a thing made of hand by men. You're lusting after it. Read on. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers, neither be ye afraid of them when you see the multitude before them and behind them worshiping them. So don't be scared. Do you see all these jakes flocking over to the damn, I don't know. You see all these jakes flocking to the damn concert for a new damn whatever, what Juice WRLD whatever, some. You see all these jakes going to the damn party. You see all these jakes and these Eves going to the strip club every Friday evening. You see all these wicked things in this world. Don't be scared of them. Don't be tempted of them. Don't give yourself over to them. If you're doing that, you're getting idolatry. Because you're giving yourself for the wickedness and deceit and the lasciviousness of the world rather than the Lord. Read on. But say ye in your hearts, O Lord, we must worship thee. So you should be worshiping the Lord. You shouldn't be worshiping these idols, these wicked things in this life, these carnal things. These things are soon to be destroyed later on. Sure. You shouldn't be worshiping these things. Now you may be thinking like, worship? What do you mean worship? I don't worship anything. I mean, the only thing I do is make sure I spend like 5 hours in the game, an hour reading. Yeah, not that bad, Not that bad. I'm still in truth. I'm not committing idolatry. You're spending, you're spending more time on things that are vanity, more time on things that are unprofitable to man, more time on things. Hold on, let me get this real quick. In Ecclesiastes chapter 1. In Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 2. You need to realize that that's vanity. Everything of this world is vanity besides the Lord. And you're saying that you spend more time on vanity than the Lord? I mean, hold on. You got a couple precepts, but let me get it first. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 2. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What profit hath a man of all the labor which he taketh under the sun? Well, everything's unprofitable. Everything's vain under the world, under the sun. Everything you do here is vain and unprofitable. So why are you giving over your time, your diligence, and your mind to things that are unprofitable and soon to be destroyed? Look at this in Proverbs. You need to realize now that if you put folly over the Lord, you put folly over the Lord, you're paying idolatry to the Lord. And you're spending more time in folly and madness and wickedness than giving your due diligence, due offering to the Lord's sake. The Lord's gonna get up with you, man. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. You're not giving your time to the Lord's sake, and to the word of the Lord, and to the work of the Lord. Then the Lord's gonna get up with you. We'll get to hear in Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but just weight is his delight. And that doesn't mean
Pasta was good.
and that doesn't mean you can spend equal but that doesn't mean you can spend equal amount of time in folly and madness and in the truth. Just because it says that false balance is abomination to the Lord doesn't mean you have to balance out the wicked. Doesn't mean you have to make an equal balance of wickedness and truth. You should be putting the truth over the wickedness. Always. All the time. You shouldn't be saying like, alright, I'm gonna spend 12 hours in the world, then 12 hours in the truth. 12 hours in folly and madness, and 12 hours in the Lord. That shouldn't be in your mind. Saying anything, oh, I'm just gonna forsake everything I'm doing. You gotta drop the book at 12-hour mark and go back to the world. It shouldn't be your ideal or your thought. This shouldn't be in your head. We're in the last days. You think vanity and folly are gonna make you prosperous? Then you're going off, to say the least. You think spend your time giving over your time and your livelihood more to the world than to the Lord, then you're going off. Look at this. The second Ezra chapter 6, verse 34. And hasten not with the times that are past to think vain things, that thou mayest not hasten from the latter times. So, you shouldn't be thinking upon vain things. Things that are unprofitable. Things that are vain and foolish. Things that are soon to be destroyed. Things that don't matter. Those are vanity. We're in the last days. I mean, I literally just read an article saying that I'm trying to remember the quote. It basically went like this. Basically Joe Biden suspects, I believe. I'm trying to remember exactly what it said, but it said Joe Biden suspects that they already ordered the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. So America already believes that Russia is already going to invade Ukraine. America already believes it. And no doubt it's going to happen by signs of the times. You can only see in these last days that 9 times out of 10 is true. Getting back to it. Let's go to Colossians. Because getting back on the point, you shouldn't be wasting your time these last days. We don't got time to be wasting these last days on things of foolishness. And by doing so, commit idolatry to the Lord, because you put your love to something other than the Lord. Yeah, another thing as well. Look at this here in Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. So evil concupiscence is basically lust, and inordinate affection is inordinate love. Inordinate love is something that's vain. Like damn loving your favorite, putting your shoes before the Lord. You give all for your shoes. But when it comes to the Lord, you get half. Like, yeah, I don't know. When your shoes are on the line, you get real mad. You do all for your Lord. You do all for your shoes' sake. But when it comes to the Lord, you just go, I don't want to. Nah. Are you saying like that? And you want to do something before the Lord, and start to get wavery, and they double-minded. You're getting double-minded for the things of the Lord. We're not getting double-minded for the things of this world. You're getting double-minded for money. You say you want to get the bag so much, you do anything with the bag, but you won't do everything for the Lord. That's idolatry, to say the least. So you're putting that before the Lord. Moving on, for which things sake, the wrath of God comes upon the children of disobedience. Like, in which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them. Like, the point is, you gotta wrath. Are you doing that? Are you getting idolatry, but giving all your time, giving all your lust, and your mind, your whole entire being, the things that are unprofitable and vain and foolish, they're gonna get the wrath of God upon you. Because you're not taking this truth seriously. You gotta come boldly to the Lord and give it all for His sake. We get this here in Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may attain grace, and find grace to help in time of need. We need to come boldly to the Lord. We need to continue on to press for His sake. We can't slow up. We can't give in to demons and temptation and wicked spirits. We can't give over our mind to things that are unprofitable and vain and foolish in these last days, and make those our goals. If we're doing that, if we're not doing that, if we're not marching to the Lord with the fullness of our being, we're gonna get caught out. The door can get shut. The door is gonna shut in our face by the time we get there. If we're not running to the door, if we're not running to that door, the Lord got shut on us. If we were caught out there, caught out in the rain, then we get destroyed. Look at this here in Luke chapter 21 verse 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For you, giving all your time, again, to vanity and foolishness, things that don't matter, things that are soon to be destroyed, and things that's helpful, and putting the Lord on the back burner. The Lord, again, are gonna catch up with you. The days are slowly gonna come to an end, and when you realize it, it's too late. You're you don't realize now that we're in the last days. This world soon gonna be destroyed. You're not giving your all for the Lord this time. The Lord's gonna catch up with you. The Lord's gonna get you. The Lord's gonna get on you. The Lord's gonna destroy you because you weren't taking this truth seriously. You weren't taking this truth that your life actually depended on it. That your whole entire being didn't actually depend on it. Instead, you're treating like a half job, being lukewarm, a sign that instead of committing my whole self to the Lord's sake, I'm just gonna be slackful and slothful and wait around till the Lord and wait around and be lazy until the Lord actually comes and the Lord actually comes and kills me. But you can't do with these last days. No, yeah. Look at this here. Let's look at here. In book of the Corinthians. But we need to keep marching. We need to keep progressing forward. Give our whole due diligence for the Lord's sake in these last times. If we're not doing that, of course, like I'm saying, you're going to get destroyed. You're not making that due offering to the Lord, then you're not going to make it. Oh, let me get this in book of Sirach. Chapter 14. Book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 11. Like, my son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself, and give the Lord his due offering. So always give the Lord his due offering. Sure, make a little time for yourself, but always give the Lord his due offering. You can't put the Lord on the back burner and just give your time over to these wicked things and make them their idol. And put them before the Lord and above the Lord. Make them seem more valuable than the Lord. If you're doing that, you're not giving the Lord his due offering. Let me get this real quick. In the book of Sirach, 35, verse 4. Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord. That's plain. You can't appear empty before the Lord. You can't appear without any works, without any sort of effort for the Lord's sake. What does that mean? Stop committing idolatry. Stop committing idolatry by not doing the work of the Lord. By putting the Lord off and joining in with the wicked. By putting the Lord off and joining in the wicked when the unrighteous. And doing things that are unprofitable in vain. Don't be doing that these last days. Don't be putting anything before the Lord, before his righteousness and holiness, and thinking, I'm just gonna wait. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just gonna wait. You shouldn't be waiting. It shouldn't come to your mind just to wait to do the work. It should be the first thing you do. First thing you get up. First thing you go to sleep. First thing you do when you go to sleep. All things you should be doing this time, and for the Lord's sake. There should be a single day. Should be a single day where you don't get into this word. We don't get into righteousness. We don't get into holiness. You shouldn't be spending more time in unrighteousness and folly and madness than for the Lord's sake. If you can pull off the things of the flesh, you may say, no, I can't do that. No, I want to drive around my car a little bit more. Yeah, I want to do that. No, I want to continue watching Netflix. No, just one more season. One more episode. No, you can put that off. You can do that later. We need to get to this word now. Because when the famine of the word kicks off, and when there's no more word to go around, with all your books and your Bibles, all your apps, and all your cell phones, all your TVs, and everything's gone and done away with, and you're out in the wilderness, in the field, in the plain, in the forest, in the middle of winter, so it might be freezing cold. We're out there alone. and you didn't do your reading, instead of committing idolatry spiritually by wasting your time in vanity and the things of the world, do you think the Lord could be dealing with you? Do you think the Lord could care for you? Do you think the Lord could have helped you? But you've been putting him off the whole time? You're trying to soap with you. You've been knocking at the door like, you've been knocking at your door the whole time. You've been putting him off. You're staring at the door like, yeah, get a little more. Now, and when you actually get to the door, he's gone. Hold on, let me get that. And most of you Jakes put off the Lord until the last moment. The last moment when you actually need him, you put him off till then. Which is wicked, of course. You should be wishing for the Lord every day, beseeching the Lord every day, every moment, every hour of your being. And not every hour, at the very least. At the very least, damn, I don't know, 3 times a day, maybe, at the very least, you should be beseeching the Lord and calling upon him, and praying unto him, hoping and praying for mercy and grace, and praying that you don't fall out and don't die. There are things that you may pray for, but the thing is, if you're just waiting and denying the Lord, instead committing folly, madness in the back room, and the Lord's waiting at the door for you, and you don't give it damn, you're going off. Look here. In Book of Solomon. Book of Solomon, let's start at. Yeah, let's start here. Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. Chapter 5, verse 2. I sleep when my heart waketh. It is the voice of my beloved that knocketh, saying, over to me, my sister, my love, my dove, my undefiled. When my head is filled with dew, and my locks with the drops of the night. Well, this is Yahushua. Yahushua is waiting for you to soap, waiting to soap with you, waiting to give you the word and give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding at your door, at your doorstep. Let's see this. Jumping down to verse 5. I rose up to my beloved, and my hands drop with mirth. My finger with sweet smelling mirth upon the handles of the lock. So you then went to the back room, you got all dressed up, you got on all sorts of perfume, put on flowers, got all the things ready. And now you finally came into you've been 30 minutes. You've been waiting outside for 30 minutes, knocking, and you be getting all this stuff ready. And let's see. Oh, to my beloved, verse 6. Oh, to my beloved had withdrawn himself. It was gone. My soul failed when he spake. I sought him, I could not find him. I called him, but he gave me no answer. So, you've been dawdling and wasting your time this whole time, and he's just been sitting there. And then when he finally came to the door, he's left. He's gone. That's what you people do. You're idolatrous in these wicked ways. But waste your time in vanity and foolishness. And but waste your time in the things that the Gentiles do. You're basically splitting off the Lord, and then when you actually try to seek him, he's gone. He ain't there. He ain't coming. Because you put him off. All the time you saw a video pop up, you just denied it. You scrolled it off. You clicked it off. You said, I don't want to watch that. Nah, I don't want to watch that. Let's watch TV instead. Let's watch some football. Well, let's watch some. Let's look at the NBA. Let's look at 2K. Let's pull up the game. We'll do all this sort of madness and folly instead of looking at the word of the Lord. Instead of getting out your book and reading, you decide to look at folly and madness and so that are profitable. And so that will help you in any way, shape, or form. Or you won't at the end. Well, the point is, Israel, you should stop with your idolatrous ways. Stop trying. I believe it was. I feel like I'm trying to remember the precept I had a while ago. I can't remember. The point is, you should stop with the idolatrous ways and giving in the foolishness of madness. It's unprofitable and vain and corruptible. And if you give yourself over to it, you're just gonna destroy yourself in these last days. You need to realize, you need to realize in these last times that you're not doing the work of the Lord. The Lord's gonna catch up with you. You put off the Lord and treating him as a sideshow, as something just to do as a hobby, something just to do for fun. And the Lord's gonna run up on you and destroy you in the last days. Like you think this is a joke. You think it's just fun and games, but your life's online. But yeah. I think it was the Second Kings. Yeah, I think it was Second. Yeah, I think it was in First Kings actually. Yeah, I was thinking it was the Second Chronicles. Shalakia. Oh, you're looking for this precept. Yeah, I think it was First Kings. Shalakia. If you can't find the precept, then that I'll just give a different one that I'll close out. It was a good one. Shalakia. One more time. Damn. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to find it. It won't take too long for me. Like, I'll just go and find it, but chill out. So I'll just get everyone then. Yeah, for Samuel 12, verse 1. For Samuel 12, verse 21. For Samuel 12, verse 21. And turn ye not aside, for then ye go out of vain things, which cannot profit nor deliver, when they are vain. So, don't turn aside. Don't give up and turn into vain and go on to vain things. Don't go on to things that are unprofitable. Don't go on to things that will destroy you in the last days. Don't get your mind over to them. Don't get enticed and trapped by them and seduced by them to your own destruction. Rather stay firm and they diligent as they wanting in the book of the Lord, aka the book, aka Yahushua, aka wisdom, aka all things written, the word of the Lord. Give in to that. Don't go after things that will destroy you. Don't go after things that are profitable and vain. But regardless, yeah, I'm gonna close out. Lord, of course, you're edified. Do not love them No one, of course, can leave a comment. No one, of course, I can help you. Regardless of say, call Allah Yahweh, Bashim Mashak Malaki Shah, the praises on glorification to Yahweh, no matter where being, have the earth, pay those things of in, and for the last of things to fill the last at the end. Bashim Mashak Malaki Shah, became my Savior, the high priest, my Chazak, my beloved, one true and righteous, beloved Father, of course, one the gunning Father, one the mighty God, one the Prince of righteousness and peace, one the Prophet Yahweh, Magay Shah, Hallelujah, 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 and Amen. And Shalom.